Hey, English learners. Welcome back to the English PowerShift Podcast, your go-to place for daily life English, real conversations, and easy listening practice.
Yeah, this is where you learn real English for real life. No boring textbooks, just natural conversations.
I'm Emma.
And I'm Adam. And actually, before we started recording today, you said something interesting. You told me, Adam, today's topic is gold. And I've been thinking about that ever since.
Yes, I did. And I didn't mean gold like jewelry. I meant something much more valuable.
More valuable than gold? Wait, are we finally talking about money?
Nope, not money, but it's something you need if you want to turn your dreams into reality, if you want to actually reach your goals.
Dreams, goals, okay. I'm guessing motivation?
Close. Very close. Motivation is part of it, but this thing stays with you even on the days when you don't feel motivated at all.
Even when I feel lazy and tired? That sounds powerful. Let me think, is it willpower?
You're getting really close, Adam, but not quite. Hold that thought for a second. Listeners, what do you think? Something like gold, not money, not just motivation. Any guesses?
While you're thinking, here's a quick warm-up. If you enjoy learning English through calm, real conversations like this, hit subscribe and join the English PowerShift family.
And don't forget to like the episode if you want more real-life topics in easy English.
And hey, don't worry if you don't understand every word.
Exactly. Just relax, listen, and enjoy. Your brain learns better when you're calm.
All right, Emma, I can't wait anymore. What is this gold you're talking about?
Today's topic is self-discipline.
Self-discipline.
The ability to do what you said you would do, even when you don't feel like doing it.
Yeah, that really is gold.
In today's episode, we're going to explore self-discipline in daily life, what it really means, why it's so hard, and how you can build it step by step.
So you can improve your English and build stronger habits at the same time.
Let's start simple. What does self-discipline really mean?
Good question. Emma, when you hear self-discipline, what image comes to mind?
Honestly, I imagine someone at night, tired, scrolling on their phone, but then they stop, close the apps, and open their English notebook instead.
Oof, that one hurts. I felt that. For me, self-discipline is choosing to do something that benefits your future self, even when your present self feels lazy, tired, or bored.
Doing what's right for your future, even when your present self just wants the sofa.
Exactly.
For me, self-discipline is like keeping a promise to yourself. You say, I'll study for 10 minutes, and then you actually do it.
And the key is, it doesn't have to be something big. It can be really small. 10 minutes of English, drinking more water, going to bed just a little earlier.
And you too, listeners, take a moment and think, self-discipline for me means... Try to finish that sentence in your head.
Yeah, and don't worry if it's not perfect. Just a simple idea in simple English is more than enough.
And if you're feeling a bit brave, you can even write your sentence in the comments. Think of it as taking your English brain to the gym, but a fun gym.
Emma, I've got a question. What's the difference between self-discipline and motivation? A lot of people mix them up.
That's a great question, Adam. For me, motivation is a feeling. It's that moment when you're excited and ready to do something.
Yeah, like the first week of January. New year, new me.
Exactly. Motivation feels strong at the beginning, but it goes up and down. Some days it's high, and other days it's just gone.
And what about self-discipline?
Self-discipline is different. It's a choice. It's a small action. You're tired, but you still do 5 minutes. You're not in the mood, but you still take one small step.
So motivation is when you feel like doing it, and self-discipline is when you do it anyway.
Exactly. And that's why self-discipline is more reliable. It helps you stay consistent, doing something again and again over time.
You probably know this feeling. At the beginning of a course, you feel super motivated. 2 weeks later, that motivation disappears. And that's when you need self-discipline.
And that's completely normal. You're not broken, you're human.
But if self-discipline is so powerful, why does it feel so hard?
Because your brain loves comfort. It loves quick rewards, checking your phone, watching videos, eating snacks, things that feel good right now.
Exactly. But self-discipline is about long-term rewards, better English, a stronger body, a calmer mind, and those things take time.
For example, scrolling on my phone gives me instant fun, but studying English gives me confidence later.
And your brain says, later? I want it now.
That's exactly how my brain works. So self-discipline is like being a gentle parent to your brain. You say, I know you want comfort now, but let's do 10 minutes of the hard thing first. Then we can relax.
So if self-discipline feels difficult, it doesn't mean you're weak. It just means your brain really loves comfort.
And the good news? You can train it. With small, kind actions repeated every day, your brain slowly learns that your future matters too.
And step by step, self-discipline stops feeling like a punishment and starts feeling like a gift to your future self.
So how can we turn that idea into real action in daily life? Let's talk about some simple, practical steps you can start using today. Here's tip number 1. Start small. Really small.
Like very small?
Exactly. Keep it simple. Instead of saying, I'll study English for 1 hour every night, just say, I'll study for 10 minutes.
Or even 5 minutes, right?
Yes, even 5 minutes counts. Your brain hears that and thinks, okay, I can do that.
And you can tell yourself the same thing, listeners. I can stay disciplined for 5 minutes. And guess what? That already is self-discipline.
Exactly. And once it starts to feel easy, you can slowly build on it. But in the beginning, make it so small that it's almost impossible to say no.
So step 1, make it tiny, make it friendly. When it feels small, your brain is more likely to say yes.
All right, what's next?
I think the second step is this. Make it easy, not perfect. A lot of people wait for the perfect moment, the perfect place, the perfect time, the perfect mood, and then nothing happens.
Exactly. Instead of waiting for perfect conditions, change your environment just a little. For example, leave your English notebook on your desk, not hidden in your bag, or put your phone in another room while you study so you're not constantly distracted.
Small changes like that can make a big difference. And you, listening right now, can ask yourself, how can I make this habit easier for my future self?
So first, make it small. Then, make it easy. And here's a third trick that really helps your brain. Connect your new habit to something you already do every day.
Attach it like glue.
Exactly. For example, after I brush my teeth at night, I'll listen to English for 5 minutes.
Or after lunch, I'll write 3 simple sentences in English about my day.
When you link a new habit to an existing routine, your brain remembers it much more easily.
So you can try this. Every time I do this normal thing, I'll do my small habit for 5 minutes.
It doesn't have to be perfect, just one small action connected to something you already do every day.
And there's one more thing that makes all of this even stronger. Not something outside, but something inside your mind, the way you talk to yourself.
Yes, a lot of people think self-discipline means being strict or even harsh with yourself.
Like saying, you're lazy, you're weak, you failed.
But that kind of voice doesn't help. It makes you feel small and it kills your motivation to try again.
For me, real self-discipline sounds different. It's more like, okay, I didn't follow my plan today, that's true, but I can still do one small good thing now and I can try again tomorrow. Kind, but honest.
Exactly. Maybe you can change just one sentence in your mind. Instead of, I'm terrible, try, I'm learning. Or instead of, I failed, say, I tried and I'll try again. That gentle voice helps you get back up and keep going.
Now, let's bring this into real life, into a normal day.
Let's imagine a simple story. You wake up in the morning, the alarm rings at 6:30.
First version, you hit snooze 3 times, scroll on your phone for 30 minutes, and then jump out of bed feeling stressed.
Yeah, I know that version very well. Second version, you still feel sleepy, but you say, okay, I'll get up, drink a glass of water, and then spend 5 minutes with English.
Same person, same bed, same phone, but two completely different choices. That second choice, that's self-discipline. Not perfect, just a small act of respect for yourself.
Now, imagine you're at work or at school. There's a task you really don't want to do.
Maybe it's a report, homework, or sending emails in English.
First version. You procrastinate. You tell yourself, I'll do it later. And then you open social media. Second version, you say, I'll work on this for just 10 minutes. No more. Just 10.
10 focused minutes. That's it.
And here's the interesting part. Once you start, you often feel a little better. Sometimes you even keep going longer. But even if you don't, those 10 minutes are still a win.
Exactly. Progress is progress, no matter how small.
And then comes the evening.
Ah, yes, the classic battle. One more episode or go to sleep. First version, just one more. And suddenly, it's 1 a.m.
Second version, okay, I'll stop here. I want to feel good tomorrow.
That's self-discipline too, protecting your future energy.
And remember, you don't have to win every battle, but every time you make one small, positive choice, you're training your self-discipline like a muscle. All right, now let's quickly talk about some common struggles people face with self-discipline.
Number 1, procrastination. You know you should start, but you keep delaying it.
I'll start after lunch, after dinner, tomorrow, next week.
And if you do that, it doesn't mean you're lazy or a bad person. It usually just means your brain feels tired or maybe even a little scared. One simple trick, tell yourself, I'll start for just 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes.
Problem number 2, all or nothing thinking.
That voice that says, I missed one day, so everything is ruined.
But that's not true. It's never over. You can always start again. Self-discipline doesn't mean you never fall. It means you stand up one more time.
Problem number 3, trying to do too much at once. You try to change everything in 1 week, and then you feel exhausted.
Instead, choose just one small habit to focus on. Maybe English, maybe better sleep, maybe moving your body more. Just one.
And once that habit becomes part of your routine, then you can slowly add another one.
All right, Adam, we used some big words today. Maybe it's a good idea to slow down and explore them a little.
Yeah, let's take a quick word tour before we finish. And of course, we have to start with the main one, self-discipline.
Exactly. Self-discipline is the ability to control yourself and do something that's good for you, even when you really don't feel like it.
Like when you're tired and just want to watch videos, but you still choose to study English for 10 minutes. That's self-discipline.
Perfect example. You can say, I use self-discipline to study even when I feel tired. And self-discipline doesn't work alone. It has a best friend, habit.
Yes, habit. A habit is something you do regularly, almost without thinking.
For example, drinking water every morning can be a healthy habit.
Or listening to an English podcast every night. That's my new habit. Small actions repeated again and again. And all these habits are part of something bigger, your routine.
Right. A routine is the usual order of things you do in your day.
For example, my morning routine is wake up, wash my face, drink coffee, and check my messages.
And my evening routine is have dinner, wash the dishes, and read a book. That's your personal system. But sometimes, even with a good routine, our brain doesn't cooperate and we get distracted.
Exactly. Distracted means you can't focus because too many things are pulling your attention.
For example, I feel distracted when my phone is next to me while I study.
Same here. I want to read, but the TV pulls my attention away. And when we stay distracted for too long, we often start to procrastinate.
Big word, but very real. Procrastinate means you delay something again and again, even when you know it's important.
Like saying, I'll start later, again and again. I'll practice English tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow.
And the opposite of that is a powerful word, consistent.
I love that word. Being consistent means doing something regularly over time.
For example, I'm consistent with my English. I study 10 minutes every day.
Or she's consistent with exercise. She walks every evening. Small, steady actions. That's the key.
And to stay consistent, you often need willpower.
Right. Willpower is your inner strength, the ability to say yes to what's good for you and no to what isn't.
For example, I used willpower to stop using my phone and start reading.
Or he uses willpower to wake up early and go for a run. It's like having a small coach inside your mind.
And that inner coach also understands something important, the difference between short-term and long-term.
Short-term means now, today, or this week.
Long-term means the future, months or even years.
For example, watching funny videos feels good in the short term.
But learning English helps you in the long term for your job, your travels, and your confidence.
And one last word we used, tempted. I really like this one.
Me too. Tempted means you really want to do something, even if you know it's not the best choice.
For example, I feel tempted to watch a movie instead of studying.
Or I feel tempted to eat cake late at night. The feeling is strong, but you still have a choice.
And hey, if you didn't understand every word, that's completely okay. You can always come back and listen again.
And if you want a small challenge, choose one of these words and make your own sentence.
You can say it in your head.
Or be brave and write it in the comments.
Think of it as taking your English brain to the gym.
A friendly gym where everyone is learning together. So today we talked about self-discipline, that gold that helps turn your dreams into real life.
We explored how it's different from motivation and why it can feel hard sometimes.
We shared simple ways to build it. Start small, make it easy, connect it to your routine, and speak kindly to yourself.
We also looked at real-life moments in the morning, at work or school, and in the evening, because self-discipline lives in those small daily choices.
You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be a machine. You just need one small, positive step again and again.
And every time you take that step, you're strengthening your self-discipline muscle.
Now, here's our question of the day. What is one small self-discipline habit you want to try this week?
Write a simple sentence in the comments, like, "This week I'll study English for 10 minutes a day."
Or, "This week I'll go to bed 30 minutes earlier."
Your comment isn't just a comment, it's a promise to yourself, and great writing practice too.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss the next one.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us. And you've been listening to the English PowerShift Podcast.
Stay kind to yourself.
And keep moving forward, one small step at a time.
Your journey doesn't stop here. Keep learning, keep growing, and we'll see you in the next episode.